Good evening. I'm Makiba McCrary, Chief of Learning and Community Engagement, and I'd like to welcome you to our annual celebration of Nowruz. And while we can't be in person, we still want to be with you. Celebrated for over 3,000 years, Nowruz is the beginning of the Persian New Year and consists of 13 days of festivities to mark the beginning of spring and to celebrate the rebirth of nature. I would like to thank our generous sponsor. Please join me in acknowledging Chase for making this evening possible. I'd also like to thank the artists, musicians, and dancers highlighted in tonight's program. We are grateful for your collaboration. And finally, I'd also like to thank all of you, the audience and visitors. We are grateful for your continued support.
Happy New Year, and thank you to the Museum of Fine Arts for having me join today's celebration of the Persian New Year. I'm Abir Haydar, and I'm the branch manager at the Chase branch in Boston's North End. I'm so proud to be a part of the MFA's annual celebration of Nowruz. While this year's event looks different than years past, it means so much to me to be a part of this special cultural celebration. Thank you also to the Lowell Institute, a programming partner of the MFA. Cultural celebrations like these are particularly important to Chase, as investing in our community is the backbone of how we do business and why I am so proud to work for the company. Thank you to the MFA for finding new ways to build community, bring their art, creativity, and programming to so many people together during this time. Thank you for joining the Nowruz celebration, and thank you again to the MFA for giving Chase the opportunity to be a part of such an important community celebration.
Hello, my name is Laura Weinstein, and I am the Ananda Coomaraswamy Curator of South Asian and Islamic Art at the MFA Boston. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this celebration of Nowruz. Last January, the MFA opened an exhibition called Reimagining Home, photographs by Bahman, Jalali, and Gohar Dashti. The show was up for just 9 weeks before the MFA and the country closed due to the COVID pandemic. During those weeks, I had the immense honor of sharing with visitors photographs by two great artists, Bahman Jalali, a pioneering photographer of the 20th century and a teacher who made a huge impact on younger generations of artists, and Gohar Dashti, a brilliant Boston-based photographer who was fortunate to have been one of Jalali's students. In the beautiful video that is to follow, you will see Dashti speaking about her life, about her artistic process, and about the questions she is always asking in her life and her art about what it means to be home.
من گوهر دشتی هستم و امروز میخوام راجع به کارم با شما صحبت کنم. Actually, all of my work is about myself and my surrounding and my memory. When I talk about the war, I talk about my experiences when I was a child in the city that I was born close to the border between Iran and Iraq. And even when I talk about the home, because I move a lot in whole of my life, and what's the meaning of the home for me. And I always say, all of my work is like a self-portrait. For example, the city that I was born, Ahvaz, it was close to the border, and a lot of people during the wartime move out from the city. All of my friends, go out, move out, my family move out. It's like who I am here, because the people and the city say who you are, not just the place that you was born. Yeah, and I think it's really important in most of my work that you can see the connection and disconnection between me and the city that I was born. So the home series is it a project about the people? Maybe you cannot see the people, but it's about the people. Actually, I think is it the reason I did the home series because I don't know where is my home. And even I have a misconnection with my hometown, Ahvaz, the city that I was born. My work is like a filmmaking. It's small, but it's like a filmmaking. I need a location, the model, and take photos. So, and I need a team. And I have one advisor, and he's really close to me. My husband, Hamed, always, advise my project. And 2 assistants, they are my student in university. And so we are a small team, and we start, working together. At the beginning, me and Hamed talking and do a research about what we want to do. And after that, trying to find a location or model. It depends on the project. Because, with the team, you can work the big, project. We spend a lot of time to find which flower or plant is good for this building. It's like a parallel research, garden and the building. So at the end, we decided it's good, this flower for this building. And I use the flower or plant because they are about the life. And so they stay there. And also the nature has a much more power of human. And after the million years, we are not exist, but the nature exists. So it's like about the nature and the human both. I had a documentary class with Bahman Jalali. I didn't do any documentary photos in his class. In the first day, I show my previous work that I did, some still life work, to Bahman Jalali, and he told me, okay, what is it, Gohar? What's the concept? And I was like, oh, yeah, it's important to have a concept, not just beautiful photos. His idea in the class was just the idea from documentary, society, political issue, different things. And it's like you should be concerned about your surrounding and about your life. And it was really useful for me. And you can see this idea in all of my work. All of my work is about my surrounding, about my memory, about my life. All of the Bahman Jalali's work is about the life. He had one idea and look at everything with that idea, from the war documentary photos to the fine art photography. So when the Bahman used the Qajar photographs with the flowers, it's about the life too. So exactly these things really affect on my works, because always Bahman talk about look at your surrounding, look at what happened in your country, read the newspaper, read the magazine. And the way that I talk about my work is the idea is come from documentary photography, but in my story. And I think if you say a story, you can keep it in the memory more. So even if you want to learn something, if it's kind of the story for you, is keep in your mind. So I trying to appropriate from documentary photograph and make my story with that, because the Iran has a long history of photography and also long history of the poem. Even the street people, when you ask them you want to buy something, maybe they answer you and say a story from Shahnameh or one poem. And so it's like you grow up with this situation, and it's like a normal life. It's not something that you go to school to learn it, as everybody knows that. And I think you can see, this effect on my work and a lot of Iranian contemporary artists, that they say a story and they're going to be a storyteller because it's part of the culture. We don't document everything, but on the other hand, we document our imagination a lot.
Good evening. I'm Azi Jazani, a member of the MFA family for over 20 years, a member of the Board of Trustees, and chair of the Board of Advisors. فرارسیدن سال جدید، سال 1400 و نوروز رو به شما دوستان عزیز تبریک میگم. بعد از سال سختی که هممون داشتیم، از صمیم قلب امیدوارم که سلامتی داشته باشید. براتون آرزوی خوشبختی دارم و براتون آرزوی شادی دارم. نوروزتون پیروز. I'd like to introduce Women, Immigration, Fight or Flight, a mini opera composed by Shooka Afshar. This opera depicts the challenges of women who had to immigrate to another country to follow their dreams, to have a normal life, and to fight for their basic rights. This is inspired by the true story of Shooka Afshar's life, who immigrated from Iran to Boston to pursue her dream as an opera singer. I hope you enjoy the performance.
Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. My name is Shooka Afshar. I'm an opera singer based in Boston. Today, we're presenting with my fantastic team my new mini opera about women's rights. It's called Women, Immigration, Fight or Flight. And this is my honor to be collaborating again with the MFA. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
like to get to know you. I know I wanna be friends with you. She looks different. Oh, I would like to get to know you. She looks different. But I am alone. What's your religion? That doesn't matter. What is your race? I'm a woman. That is my race. I'm a woman. This is my religion. Let me tell you a story about all of us. The problems I should face are all universal. It doesn't matter where you're from, which color, but you should always try. Western or Middle Eastern, orange, red, and black and white. We all suffer from the same disease, don't deny. You're the source of creation. You're beautiful and powerful. You know that you are worthy. You should be cherished by mankind. But my own kind lost faith within all of us. But my own kind forgot the power within all of us. I tried to wake them up, but they are cursed from the old times. We betrayed each other since the old times they taught us. I fear I am lost. I tried, but I failed. first illusion of the meaning of life. My friend was fear, fear was the new life. I fell in love with the new meaning of my life. I ran away with my new friend. Oh, so little I knew that the end of my flight, there's an endless mountain
Thank you for joining us this evening. We hope to see you in the museum soon.